I was awakened from a deep sleep by a pinprick of pain on my arm. I slapped it, feeling a spot of wetness bloom on the blanket beneath my palm. Great, I muttered. Probably some poisonous spider. Or maybe I have bed bugs. Gracie stirred in her sleep beside me. I decided to leave it alone until morning so I didn't wake her. Besides, it was probably a stupid mosquito anyway. By the time the alarm went off, dragging me from sleep with its piercing wail, I had forgotten about the bite. The tide of life went on, as always, ebbing and flowing around us as we went about our morning routines. Gracie had to leave first, so she took the first turn in the shower. I made coffee while waiting for her to finish, hoping she'd save me some hot water. After showering, I began to clean my ears with a Q-tip. Yeah, I know the package says not to stick them in your ear canal, but how else am I supposed to clean out all that wax? I glanced absently at the head of the swab as I went to toss it away. It was squirming with dozens, maybe hundreds, of tiny black bugs. I screamed in horror, flinging it away from me, tripping in my hurry to be as far from those writhing little insects as possible. Gracie raced in, wrapping me in her arms. "It's okay," she soothed. "Once they're inside your head, you'll never be sad or afraid or lonely again." My blood went cold as I looked up at Gracie. Tiny black dots swarmed in her eyes. Welcome inside the mind of Ellie Bloom. In a few moments, Ellie is going to die. But don't be too upset. She's 92, and she's had a long and happy life. Also, she doesn't actually exist. How's that, you say? It's true. Ellie is a thought experiment. We're creating her to illustrate an idea. She doesn't have to be old, female, or named Ellie. She could be your nephew, your cousin, or just a friend. For this experiment, all we need is someone you might know. So let's use Ellie. We'll say she's 92, and she's your granddaughter. Granddaughter, you say? Just play along, and be respectful. We're in the mind of your dying granddaughter after all. Yes, here it comes. See the wall of darkness rushing towards us. That's death. Ellie's brain is shutting down. The lights are going out. Everything she ever was, everything she's ever known, cell by cell, and memory by memory, is going dark. Don't worry though. This isn't the end for Ellie. It's true what they say. As long as someone holds you in their memory, you'll live on. Ellie has loving grandchildren to remember her. So why are we here? Actually, this is your time to go. Do you see? Ellie was the last person alive who actually knew you, the last person with memories of you as a living, breathing human being. From now on, you can only be a stranger to people, if they think of you at all. This is the moment you pass from living memory into history. This is the moment you truly die. Oops. There goes the lights. Goodbye, Ellie. Goodbye, you. I flipped through the manila folder in my hands one more time. You'd think being on the job as long as I have, you'd get desensitized by this sort of thing. But you don't. At least, not when it involves kids. I walk into the interrogation room. The father sits, cuffed to the table in front of him like the monster he is. He doesn't even look up as I walk in. "I'm here for your statement." Silence. I start laying the pictures in front of him. A small, cluttered room, boards on the windows, padlocks on the door, a bare mattress rigged with leather restraints. A boy, unconscious, in a hospital bed. "We have your son in custody." I stare at the top of his head. "We already have enough evidence to put you away for a long time." Silence. The talk screen came back. My words come out hot, difficult to keep control. We know you've been drugging him. Silence. Denial is too good for this creature. Tell me what you've done to him. We are going to find out. This time, he shifts in a seat, mutters something about protecting him. He's one of those. I know your type. My hands are on the table now. I lean in. You sickos delude yourselves into believing that you're somehow the hero for guarding your kids from the big bad world. That you're... I wasn't protecting him from anything. He finally looks up at me, expressionless, weary almost. Before I can respond, the door slams open behind me. I spin around. The child opens his mouth unnaturally wide. He lunges.